Mr. Peter Anosike.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. Before we move to the stories we have here, when we came here last week, myself and Mr. Anosike, we talked about the ministers, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the appointed ministers, and I think we talked about, particularly we talked about the youth and sports minister and Mr. Anosike,
the youth minister.
The youth minister. Sorry,
Yes.
and Mr. Anosike made mention of something about his age. Mr. Anosike, is there anything you need to? Because I know something happened after that. After we said that on Saturday last week, but I wouldn't be the one to to mention that. What do you really have to say about that particular?
For me, we need to say you ring a bell for them first of all.
Okay. This bell goes to Peter Anosike.
No. Ring a bell for Tinubu and his cabinet.
Oh, okay, fine. Of course, I'll do so. All right.
Okay. So we talked about the appointment, the misfits, putting a round hole in square. Round objects, understand?
Square holes, yeah.
So, and we made a special reference to the man that was appointed youth minister, Engineer Abubakar Momo, who was 63, and appointed youth minister. So I asked, are there no more youths in the country that are fit to be youth ministers? Why are they appointing a grandfather as a youth minister? Understand me? So that day I mentioned that I saw Godwin Obaseki, the governor of Edo State, training with Bender Insurance football team to motivate them. Understand? So the next day, the youth minister was removed and sent to Minister of Niger Delta. So I feel that it is a right thing, understand? They listened and they did what they're supposed to do. So I also want to let those who are talking on VOP to know that their voices are not just in vain.
Of course, their voices are.
Government is listening. Authority, people in authority are listening. Both the good and the bad. DSS are also listening. Understand me? So, if you are talking, try to be civil.
All right. If you are talking, you try to be civil. The truth is that whatever thing we are telling you or we are discussing here on VOP, the appropriate authority, they actually listen to whatever thing we say here. And for you, the callers, at least this is also to let you know that when you call us and air your views, we give you the platform to air your views. That is why we are voice of the people. We give the people the platform to air their views and, of course, bring out their voices. And when you do so, people in authority, the to whom it may concern, now whoever is concerned, always listen. Okay, so they listen and they know that the people are not happy or the people are happy, depending on what the issue is. Now we are going to proceed with the program, and also remember that while the program proceeds, we are going to open up the phone line, but not now. And when we open up the phone lines, as usual, you call us, and of course you air your views accordingly. And when you do so, please always remember to be civil with your contributions. No inciting words, and you always make sure that you don't say things that will put anybody into trouble. Thank you so much, and we proceed with the program. Now, within the week, a story came up. This particular story is credited to the Minister of Arts, Culture, and Creative Economy. That's Hannatu Musawa. Okay. Now she said that Nigeria will no longer be known as world's 419 capital. Okay. Now Nigeria will no longer be known as world's 419 capital. FG vows. The Minister of Arts, Culture, and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, has pledged to revamp the country's image on the global scene. While speaking during a visit to her home state of Katsina on Thursday, Musawa expressed optimism that the country will no longer be known as the 419, a code a code name for fraud, capital of the world. Okay, now I quote her. She said, "We will project the ministry in a way that we can really change the narrative of who Nigerians are. No longer are we going to be known as the 419 capital in the world." She noted. Also, she went ahead to say, through this ministry, we will be able to push the narrative that will put Nigeria at the forefront of not only entertainment, but also culture, because it's a country with a diverse, rich culture, and that it's something that we owe to protect. Now, this is what she said. It's a promise that she's, actually making. So while we analyze this particular statement of hers, we also look into other, areas, especially pertaining to, the person that actually made the statement in the person of a Minister of Art, Culture, Creative Economy. Now, let's move to the next story that we have for today. God will build Nigeria through President Tinubu. Now, who made this statement, and of course, to whom was it made to? If I quote the way exam questions are being set in those days. Now, this statement was made by the General Overseer of Deeper Life Bible Church, Pastor Williams Kumuyi. Okay, now let me quote him. Now, the story says, the General Overseer of Deeper Life Church, Pastor Williams Kumuyi, has disclosed that Nigerians should be rest assured that God will rebuild Nigeria through President Bola Tinubu. Speaking with newsmen ahead of the monthly global crusade of the church scheduled for Osogbo on Thursday, he said, God has not forsaken the country and Nigerians will witness a new country through the president. He said the president's new cabinet was carefully chosen, made of people with antecedents, advising Nigerians to cooperate with the new administration. God will make the country walk through them. Now, let me quote him here. He says, let's forget the past. This is a new day, and I believe, we all believe, that we are going to see Nigeria, we are going to see new things for our country through our president and through the members of the cabinet. Good things will happen, and I unquote. Okay, now the GO is actually admonishing us to calm down and work with the president. But Mr. Nose is still going to talk about this, because this is a period where we all know that there is a lot of controversies regarding the process that brought the president in, and the economic situation of the country at the moment. So this coming out from a supposed shepherd of the people is actually a lot of eyebrows and reactions from Nigerians. So when we come to this, we are going to analyze it. Then we have another story here that says, expect more bandits in Nigeria if Niger is attacked. Who says so? The national missioner Abdurrahman Ahmad said that. Now let's take the story. The national missioner Ansar-ud-Din Society, Abdurrahman Ahmad, led a delegation of Islamic scholars from Nigeria to meet the Niger junta leader General Abdurrahman Tichani as part of the efforts to peacefully resolve the efforts to restore President Mohamed Bazoum, who was toppled on July 26th of this year. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, led by Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has threatened to remove the junta by military force if diplomatic options failed. As part of the diplomatic options, Tinubu has raised a team of eminent Nigerians led by former head of state General Abdulsalami Abubakar to meet and negotiate with the coup leaders in Niamey. But the coup leaders failed to meet with them even after they had arrived the country. Now, the statement here, he's telling Nigerians, that we should expect more bandits if Niger is attacked. This is a kind of admonition. Now, there is another story that came up as a regards to Niger that I want to add to this particular one, where thousands of youths, have answered Niger junta's call for volunteers ahead of ECOWAS invasion. Now, supporters of Niger juntas were forced on Saturday to halt a census of people willing to volunteer for non-military roles in defense against a possible intervention by West African powers, saying they had been overwhelmed by the numbers who turned up. Now, we are going to, these two stories are, both of them are emanating from, the Niger and of course the coup plotters and all the saga that has to do with Niger Republic. Now we're going to move to the next stories, where the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has told Nigerians to vote out governors that hide palliatives and of course don't deliver campaign promises. Okay, now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called on Nigerians to vote against governors who are performing below expectations. Speaking at the presidential villa on Thursday, the president urged the citizens to hold their respective state governors accountable. The president further advised Nigerians who refuse to implement the distribution of federal government palliative to states to caution the effect of the fuel subsidy removal. Now, I quote him. He said, "The people reside in the states. Even if I set up a panel, I will have to go through the governors and the local government, to be able to ascertain whether the palliatives were actually properly distributed or not." Now, I'm not quoting him right now. I'm actually paraphrasing what he said here. Okay. Now that is coming from the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's telling us, or he's telling Nigerians to hold or rather vote out governors who are not performing or delivering their campaign promises, and those who are hiding the palliatives being given out by the federal government. Fuel marketers push as Naira crumbles to 920 Naira per dollar. Oil marketers on Thursday insisted on a possible hike in the pump price of premium motor spirits, PMS in short, popularly called petrol, following a further plunge in the value of the Naira against the United States dollar. The local currency weakened against the greenback at the black market from 900 per dollar on Wednesday to 920 per dollar on Thursday, raising further concerns about whether the pump price of petrol could be sold at the current price. The Naira, which had hit 945 per dollar at the parallel market about 2 weeks ago, rebounded last week. Now, these and many more stories we are going to be touching. Okay, but these are the major issues we are going to be talking about today. And by the time we are done with our analysis, we are going to open up the phone lines. And also remember that this show is being streamed on YouTube. So all you need to do is just go to type Voice of the People, go to YouTube, and of course type Voice of the People 90.3 FM, or you type VOP 90.3 FM, and of course you see the live show going on. Open it. If you've not subscribed to our channel, you subscribe, like our program, and of course drop your comment, whatever thing you have as your contribution or question, just drop it there. We are going to read that. And also remember that you can also follow us on all our social media handles at VOP 903 FM, Twitter, Facebook, and of course Instagram. Now, Peter and Osike, you've had the stories we have now. The first one we have here, where the Culture and Creative Economy Minister Hannatu Musawa, he has told us, or she has assured us that we are no longer, or Nigeria is no longer going to be known as world's 419 capital.
Well,
what's your take on that?
I never know that Nigeria is the 419 capital of the world. So, but unfortunately, the woman has not even packaged her own image.
But she's a minister of the Federal Republic.
Because what she's trying to preach against is what her credentials are showing. An instance, this woman, when she finished her NYSC, she was posted to Ebonyi State. She refused to serve. She abandoned her compulsory National Youth Service Corps. And in 2000, Buhari appointed her as a national commissioner in PENCOM. When he appeared in the Senate rejected her because she couldn't present her NYSC certificate. Because for you to hold any public appointment in Nigeria, you either present your NYSC discharge certificate or your exemption letter. But this woman could not present any of it. And because of that, the Senate under Ahmed, the ninth Senate rejected her because she abandoned her NYSC. Then 2023, he campaigned for Tinubu. Then when he heard that she might be given an appointment, she now decided to serve. So she was posted to Endor firm in Abuja as a copper. The woman was posted to Endor firm in Abuja currently as a copper. So she is doing her NYSC and at the same time being a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is the first time that this kind of a thing is happening in the country. Somebody being a copper, an NYSC person and a minister at the same time. So and this is somebody who is talking about projecting the image of Nigeria.
But in the we normally preach. There is something we normally preach, or let me say rather, we are fond of preaching. In this here, we preach. You can follow the words of my mouth, take the message, and leave the messenger. Okay, now Nigeria will no longer be known as World 419 capital. Is that not supposed to be a good thing?
Who is preaching? Now the person that is preaching has no credibility. The person that is preaching this message has no credibility. Now people will always ask, who is behind this product? So the person that is trying to remove Nigeria's name from the list of 419 countries, she is also in that business. How can a thief be telling others don't steal? Is it possible? Then that is on her own. That is the messenger.
A repentant thief can actually preach to someone not to steal.
No. A repentant thief should do restitution. Understand? So what she is committing an offense by holding two public positions at the same time, serving as NYSC member, and at the same time being a minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria. How can she handle these two positions? Understand me?
Yeah.
Then that's on itself. Then secondly, on marketing Nigeria. For me, you cannot market Nigeria in 2023. The question is always, as I said before, who is behind this product? You cannot market Nigeria under Ahmed Tinubu. Because why? His own credentials are not credible. He entered through a disputed election. Now, Chicago, see what is happening, the back and forth with his Chicago results. And for somebody that to write, Chicago, don't release my result. Do you understand? Which means there's something fishy. I cannot tell you, I can never tell University of Nigeria and Nsukka not to release my result. Anybody that wants it, I will tell university, give it to him. Whatever he wants to do with it, give it to him. I have nothing to hide. But once somebody is saying, never, don't release my result, it means that he has something to hide. So it is the person that you are going to market. A country is the same thing as the leader of the country. Under Donald Trump, America was known as a strong country because Donald Trump was strong. Do you understand that? A leader of a country is a reflection of that country. So there's no way you can market Nigeria with what we are hearing now of Tinubu, where 99% of everything is unknown. Look, when you are selling a product, what people are buying is integrity, not just that product. If you are a pharmacist, I come to buy Panadol from you. I'm buying because you tell me that if I drink this Panadol, my headache will go. What I'm buying is integrity, not just that product. So for you to sell Nigeria, you have to also sell the integrity of the leader of the country. And with what is surrounding Bola Tinubu at this moment, it will be very, very difficult. Nobody will buy.
Okay.
Nobody will buy, even for $1, nobody will buy Nigeria at this point in time. Quote me anywhere. Because they will ask, who is the leader of this country? What does he represent? What does he represent? So you cannot tell somebody that to buy something that the identity is unknown. So what is just saying, they may release money to her as they release to the Minister of Humanitarian, just making her rich. She will be saying that she is sending marketing Nigeria. No, even the best marketer in the world cannot market Nigeria at this point in time. It's just like somebody telling me that he's going to market Imo State.
You said the best marketer in the world cannot market Nigeria at this point in time.
No.
Well, does it mean that even if peradventure the current President Bola Ahmed Tinubu loses at the tribunal and someone else comes in, does it mean nobody can?
The credibility of a leader is very, very important. If it's Yemi Oshibajo, it is 100% easy to market Nigeria. If it's Yemi Oshibajo as a president, it is very, very easy to market Nigeria. If it's P2B, it is very, very easy to market Nigeria. You don't market a product that the person behind this has questionable character. It doesn't happen. Just like Imo State, the best marketer in the world cannot market Imo State under Hope Uzodinma. Nobody will buy. Nobody will buy. Because one, you should always ask who is behind this product. So first of all, the messenger has her own question which she had not answered. Because one, I'm even seeing that the 9th Senate is becoming better than the 10th Senate. Because now one rejected her appointment because she couldn't present her NYSC certificate. That was in year 2020. The 9th Senate said no. Since you don't have any NYSC certificate, we will not take you. But in 2023, they did not even ask her of her certificates. They just take her. They just told her take a bow. They just told her take a bow. Then what is the DSS doing? Because DSS always scrutinized whoever was given political appointment. So DSS did not see this. But they were able to unveil millions of things against El-Rufai. So what they are doing is pick and choose. I'm not a fan of El-Rufai. But I believe that what is good for the goose should also be good for the gander. Understand me? So DSS on her didn't do their job, because you cannot be serving Nigeria and at the same time gaining from Nigeria. So we should be attending her CDs. Okay.
Thank you so much for that. Now let's quickly go over to this so that we can be able to meet up with our time. God will build Nigeria through President Tinubu said by Williams Kumuyi, the General Overseer of Deeper Life Bible Church. What's your take?
Well, that is hypocrites of the highest order. That statement is a hypocrites of the highest order. And this man, from time, has never criticized any government. In 1986, when the world was condemning Babangida, saying no to military rule, what Kumuyi was saying is, let us pray for Nigeria. Let us pray for Nigeria. So he had never been in the book of any government. But we know that Jesus Christ rose against the government of his time. That was why they crucified him. Because they said that he was corrupting the mind of the youths. But this man always wants to be in the good books of every government. So in 1986, he was romancing with Babangida. Instead of criticizing him, when they sentenced Vasa to death, he was romancing with him, telling Nigerians to pray for Nigeria. The same thing that Yakubu Gowon is doing. Instead of calling a spade, he said, let us pray for Nigeria. Then, 1985, the same man, 2015, the same Kumuyi said that God will use Buhari and Oshibajo to deliver Nigeria. That's what he said in June 2015. Then 2017, he said that God will solve Nigeria problems through Buhari, the same man. And all of us know how Buhari ended up. The worst government in the history of Nigeria. The worst, there's nothing to be compared with Buhari's government. And this is the person that he's telling Nigerians that God will use. So the question is this: which God does Kumuyi listen to? Which God talks to him? And now he has started with Tinubu. He has started with Tinubu. And this is a man far back was telling his members that it is a sin to watch TV.
I think I remember
yes,
the story.
That it is a sin to watch television. And most of their members were not having even radio and television in their houses because of what he told them. And imagine, and then there was no cell phones, which means their members were deprived of news, no TV, no radio. Then in the university, then we used to, there's a SU, which they call Scripture Union. But deep life people, we used to call them Sowabwe Union, because every time they're looking sad, depressed. Okay, now just check this scenario. If a man is coming out of a Deeper Life Church on Sunday, and another person is coming from Winners Church on Sunday, why the one from Winners will be looking happy and motivated? The one from Deeper Life will be looking sad, depressed, due to his doctrine. And the people that he said shouldn't be using TVs today, go to Deeper Life headquarters at Ayobo. You see sophisticated tender evangelist equipment. Go to Deeper Life headquarters at Ayobo. You see sophisticated tender evangelist equipment.
Of course, these days they use the TV is one of the main instrument of
so it's no
preaching
longer
and
a sin.
evangelism for all the churches, including.
That's why I say, which God does he listen to? In philosophy, we define God as the uncaused cause. That's the person that caused every other thing into being, but nothing caused his own existence. Understand? That's what we define God in philosophy, as the uncaused cause. Some people call him the unchangeable changer. That he is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So God does not change. Then how is Kumuyi's own God changing?
But sorry, I want to cut you short. You know, first of all, he's the general overseer of a Deeper Life Bible Church, and a lot of people, if not millions of Nigerians, are they worship under his church, and they are looking up to him. He's a spiritual leader. He's a spiritual father. No, I want to put it this other way. Would it be better if he had told them, okay, fine, the president, the process that brought him in is still under contention or whatever, is not clear, or okay, fine, you guys should, Nigerians, you people should not take it, people should go into the street and protest and this. Don't you think it's normal for for someone who people are looking up to, a spiritual leader, to say, okay, you people need to calm down, let us go with him, hoping that something good will come out of it or
at
something?
Least
Don't you?
the Buhari own that didn't work.
But would it have been better if it's okay, fine, all of you, nobody should take it, it's not good, all people should go into the street and protest or do stuff like that?
Let me tell you what is happening in Nigeria. It has happened in Europe in the past, when their economy was very, very bad. Understand? So most of churches were booming in Europe because most of them rushed to church to pray for survival, because then their leaders were not getting their acts right. Understand me? So, but when they begin to get right people at the top, and they begin to introduce basic amenities, they now discover that the spiritual problem that they think was they were facing was mainly a physical problem. Do you understand that? So they know that what they were thinking was a spiritual problem was not a spiritual problem, but a physical problem, bad leadership. So when their leaders begin to put things in order, the number of people going to church begin to reduce. Understand me? Begin to reduce. That's why today, if you go to America or to UK and go to church, they will, because most don't go to church. Most don't go to church. In America, they begin to rate big churches from 50 people. In America, they begin to rate big churches from 50 people.
Here we rate from millions.
From millions. Then go to, if you, as a 30-year-old man, if you enter a church in Germany, what you see is gray hair people. They'll be giving you candy as a baby, welcoming you to church, because it will be a surprise to them that you come. So where Europe was then is where we are now. We are thinking that our problem is spiritual. That's why every day people rush to church. Every day. But our problem is bad leadership. And these pastors don't want us to get to where Europe is today, because if we get there, their members will begin to reduce. Today, where churches are taking over factories. Factories are dying, churches are booming. So churches are taking over from factories. But when factories begin to take over from churches, things will change. But these pastors want to be on top. So they don't want good leaders to come. These pastors don't want good leaders to come, because once good leaders started ruling this country, their members will begin to go down. So that's why they always encourage all these bad people. As I told you, he was pushing Buhari. He pushed Babangida, and now he has started pushing Tinubu, because the more problems in the country, the better for them. the more problems we have in Nigeria, the better for the pastors. So don't think that they are praying for you. They are not. They are not. They are benefiting from the poverty in this country. Those here, as you are now, if somebody gives you $1 million tomorrow, you not go to church. You not go to church.
Okay, I don't know why someone is actually laughing inside there, but okay, I take that from you, Mr. Nosike. Let's move quickly further. I want to take these two stories at once. Expect more bandits in Nigeria if Niger is attacked, says the national missioner Abdurrahman Ahmad, I think from Niger Republic. And then thousands of youth answer Niger junta's call for volunteers ahead of ECOWAS invasion. What's your take on this?
What he said is very, very true. What he said is very, very true. If Niger is attacked, the kind of insurgents that we get in Nigeria from next year, nobody can contain it. What we are seeing as Boko Haram now will be just an easy thing, because now you see it is not easy to retrieve guns from people. Thousands of youths have come to their stadium to answer call. Understand? Most of those guys are criminals. Most of those people who came to that stadium, that's as volunteers, are criminals. All they are looking for is let them be given guns.
And once given, to be difficult to retrieve.
You can never retrieve it. And they are going to turn those guns on the bordering towns of Nigeria. So Tinubu declaring war on them is just doing Niger youth a favor. It is just doing Niger youth a favor. So I heard when he said that he's under pressure to go to war. If he didn't go, other people will go. He's not under pressure or anything. America has 2 air bases in Niger. They have 1,100 soldiers in Niger. Why can't Tinubu tell them, use their men already in Niger to overthrow the government? Buys 20% uranium from Niger. They have a base in Niger. Why can't they use their own men and overthrow the government? Why must they want to fight a proxy war? So declaring war on Niger is playing into the hands of the youths. One, those youths will be armed. At the end of the war, you can never get that gun back from them. They'll start using it on
against the people,
against Nigerians on their border countries.
Tinubu to Nigerians: vote out governors who hide palliatives and don't deliver their campaign promises. Okay. The president is telling us.
Okay, I heard where he said that the people are in the states. Understand? Therefore, they should vote out the governors. Mind you, Tinubu borrowed 500 billion naira for the palliative. 500 billion. He shared 5 billion each to the states. 36 states and Abuja, 185 billion. Remaining how much? About
15 billion.
No. About
500 billion.
About 315 billion. 315. And the people are in the states. So what is he doing with 315 billion?
Is that really the
who should we vote out?
But he gave out from what was released 5 billion naira for each state plus I think
he said
trailer
5 trailer loads of rice.
Rice,
yes,
for each state alongside the 5 billion naira.
And he kept 315 billion.
Yeah, but the trailer load surprise. The money for it, you didn't include it in the. You didn't.
So
deduct
wait,
it.
so can 5 cylinders of rice cost more than 1 billion?
I think we have almost about 60 bags or thereabout I can't remember.
They will share to their party members. So the palliative will still end up like the COVID-19 palliative. So saying vote unperforming governors, what has he done since he came into office? Just mention one thing that Tinubu has done right. Nothing.
Another question is the
Nothing.
people we are voting out. I think voting them out, is it not going to be in the next 4 years? They are still going to complete 4 years before we start talking about next 4 years.
Voting them out, but his own election is still being disputed.
Well, the fact that his election is still being disputed, I think doesn't still stop him from telling us if there is something we don't like from our concerning our governor.
What of our president?
His case is still in court, so the fact that for now he's still the president, whether the case is whether is being contended in court or not, whatever, for now he's our president. I believe he still has the right. It's still up to him to tell us, okay, if this governor is not doing well, you people should protest against him or do something or take him
then
away.
What if the president is not since the president is not doing well, what are the citizens supposed
obviously
to do?
By the time the next election comes, we can, if we are not okay with it, we can say, okay, fine, let's vote him out. But him telling us to vote the governors out, I don't think is actually out of place for him to say it as the president.
Remove the plank in your own eye so that you can see the speck in other people's own.
Okay. All right, Peter Alosike. Now, fuel marketers, they push for fresh price hike as Naira crumbles to 920 per dollar.
Okay, that's still the Tinubu. Last week he was saying no more fuel increase. No, that's confusion everywhere. No more fuel increase. No more fuel increase. Understand?
Yeah.
Once everything is left to the forces of the demand and supply, you cannot control it. That's a fact. Once everything is left to forces of demand and supply, you cannot control it. Instead of giving out a palliative, what he should have done, use that money to build the refineries. Understand me? Use that money to create an enabling environment. Don't give the people fish. Teach them how to fish. Create an enabling environment so that they'll begin to fish by themselves. We don't need handouts. Nigerians don't need handouts. We don't need pocket money. Create an enabling environment so that the people will begin to fend for themselves. That's what we need. To make Nigeria prosper, all we need is constant power supply and the constant fuel supply. Fuel at a reduced cost. These are the two things that any good leader can do for Nigeria. Give us constant electric supply and give us fuel at a cheap rate. That is all. Keep your money. So him talking that there will be no more fuel increase in Nigeria, which means you are regulating it. Because nobody takes care of forces of demand and supply. It is market forces that determines what everybody sells. It is what I buy that I will sell. I cannot buy fuel at 920 and sell it at 700. Understand me? So that is the fundamental issues has not been addressed since he came to power. He has been just doing just hypes and gestures. Nothing substantial has been done since he came into office. Nothing substantial. Nothing substantial.
Now, now there is a statement, credited to the media head of the People's Democratic Party, presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar in the person of Paul Ibe and of course the PDP youth leader Timothy Osadolo. Okay, they said they have abandoned President Tinubu. Okay, now I'm going to read out the statement, the story, so that you react to it, because there's actually something that happened within the week that actually want to, push this story too. Now, the media aide of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) presidential candidate Paul Ibe and a PDP youth leader Timothy Osadolo have accused the All Progressive Congress (APC) of abandoning President Bola Ahmed Tinubu over his controversial academic records. Recall that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar had approached a U.S. court for the Northern District of Illinois in Chicago for an order compelling Chicago State University to release the academic records of Tinubu. Tinubu's credentials show that he graduated from Chicago State University, CSU, in 1979 with a bachelor's degree in business administration, accounting and management. However, there have been allegations bordering on discrepancies with Tinubu's certificate. Now, within the week, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, through his lawyer, said that the clerk, or rather the clerical officer who was in charge, who wrote the result, made some errors. He said that the clerk was responsible for discrepancies on the certificate issued to him by the university. So for the past 2 or 3 days, that issue has actually been, even the Chicago State University actually said that there is a possibility that the clerk made such error, or the errors were as a result of maybe, will I say, oversight or whatever from the clerk that wrote the result. So this particular story, I actually want you to talk about it so that some of our listeners who were actually asking questions when this story came up a few days ago can actually get to know what it is actually the case with it.
Okay, they say he graduated when? 1979.
1979.
When was the error made?
Well, the details are not really here, but
okay, if there's error in your result, what will you do?
Well, personally, if I discover, if from the moment I discover, of course, you go to the school and apply for it to be corrected, whatever error it is.
Why must an error last for 40 years?
Okay.
Why must an error last for 40 years? So the APC people that Ibe say has abandoned him, you cannot defend the indefensible. You cannot defend it. Now, starting from Ibadan High School, understand, where he said that he attended, and there's no evidence of him being there, no classmates. Understand me? So everything is shrouded in secrecy. There's a limit to what you can defend. Understand me? So they have gotten tired of defending him. So that's why they have to leave him to his fate. They have to leave him to his fate. So you cannot continue to defend every time you are defending. Understand? You will look stupid. You look stupid. You even be making yourself an accomplice. Do you understand?
Did they actually abandon him? Because for the ones I see, most of them are still in the case, trying to help him to come out of it, whatever the issue is here.
That's what I'm saying now. There's a limit to what you can defend, because if you begin to defend a thief every time, people will even begin that to see you as a thief. If every time you are defending a thief, people will begin to see you as a thief. So that's why those who say, well, whatever, let the law take its course. I feel that's where everybody is at the moment. Understand? So telling me that there was an error since 1979, you have not
gone for it to be
gone for it up till now. Then Was it why he told Chicago University not to publish his result? Was it because of the error? So for me, he has something to hide, because if somebody said that I didn't get what I get from University of Nigeria and Nsukka, I will tell UNN, admission office, exams office,
bring it out and show to them. It will even be a thing of pride, like to prove to the person that actually I got this.
Publish it in a national newspaper, because I don't have anything to hide.
Exactly.
So now telling university, don't release my results, it means that you have something to hide. Now you are now saying, apart from saying that they shouldn't publish it, you are now saying that somebody made an error. Since 1979, you have not gone there. Let me tell you, that error could be maybe just in a hurry to get something out. That error could be in a hurry to get something out.
The errors being talked about here, you have a signature, error in date, even the logo of the school. There was also an error in the logo of the school from what was written, from what they wrote in the report.
Oh, do what they say in Nigeria now. Well, do what they say in Nigeria. They do those things. Understand me? They do those things.
All right, this is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, the station to be, the station that gives you a voice. And the program here is Recap. My name is Dozie Ono, and I have Peter Anosike here in the studio. Of course, he's doing justice to it, and you can see how smooth it is going right here in the studio. Now we are going to go for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to open up the phone lines and of course begin to take your reactions on all that we have mentioned. You heard all the stories that we came with for today. First of all, we told you that Nigeria will no longer be known as World's 419 Capital, FG vows. That statement actually coming from the Minister of Art, Culture and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, and of course also have a statement credited to the General Overseer of the Palliative Bible Church, Williams Kumuyi. God will build Nigeria through President Tinubu, he said. And of course, expect more bandits in Nigeria if Niger is attacked, said by the National Missioner Abdurrahman Ahmad. We also told you that thousands of youths answer Niger junta's call for volunteers ahead of ECOWAS invasion. Tinubu to Nigerians: vote out governors that hide palliatives, don't deliver campaign promises. The president has told us. 4 marketers push to fresh price hike as Naira crumbles to 920 per dollar. We also brought you that. And finally, we also told you that they have abandoned President Tinubu, who said that as the media heir to the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate Paul Ibe, and of course a PDP youth leader Timothy Osadolo. Now we are going to go for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to open up the phone lines. We'll be right back.
It is a great place of fun and insight. It is a great place of learning. It could be your school on radio. It could be your life on radio. We are VOP, Voice of the People.
Welcome back from that short break that we went for. Now it's time to take your reactions on all that we have mentioned this evening. The numbers to call us on is 0700 903 903 903. I take that again, 0700 903 903 903. Or you can also send us a WhatsApp message on 0700 903 9039. And I also want to remind you that this show is being streamed live on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, www.youtube.com/voice of the VOP 90.3 FM, or you just open up your YouTube app, type VOP 90.3 FM, and of course, if you have not subscribed to our channel, do well to subscribe, like, and of course drop your comment. We shall take it. We have a caller here. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, can you hear? Oh, I don't think this is actually for us. Please do call us back. And first of all, when you call us and you are able to connect, do well to turn down the volume on your radio, or you move away from your radio set. And of course, also mind your language. No inciting comment, no derogatory statement as you speak. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. This is Voice of the People. Name and location. Sorry?
This is Chidi calling from Okoko.
Chidi calling from Okoko. Chidi, please go ahead.
Yeah. Now, a bag of rice probably is 35,000. If 600, a trailer will be 600 bags.
600 bags.
Now, when you multiply 600, yes, when you multiply 600 bags by 35,000, is 21 million per truck.
21
depending
million
on the location. The more
okay.
the more the distance, the more the cost of both the rice. Now, if you have 5 per state, which is 105 million per state, if you multiply, it's not more than 3 billion
for the entire state.
What are they for? Yes, the entire Nigeria to do. What about him? What has he done? What has he done at his own level and that federal level as a president? Before you talk to people, you have to check yourself. So he will go to equity, will always go with clean hands. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chidi, calling us from Okoko. I think he was actually reacting to I tried to ask you some, try to break it down, but I think he was able to do that. Thank you so much, Chidi. Hello, good evening.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, name and location.
Yeah, this is Emeka. I'm calling from K2, Lagos.
Emeka from K2, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Please, for all everything that Mr. Peter was discussing, please, I very, very appreciate on that man. God will bless him. So, I just have one opinion to let the whole Nigeria know about Mr. Kumui. The man don't have anything. You should go and pack himself. Maybe you need to put him up in Nigeria. It's what you back up for any good state was saying that time. Now, Catholic Church have warned you. Let Mr. Kumui stay away from politics. You don't want to spoil in career. The man wants to spoil in career. You should stay away from politics. You want to spoil in career, you should continue. But if you don't want to spoil in career, you should stay away from politics. I don't have anything to say more than that. Because deeper life I attend when I was young. I know how we are doing that time. When I'm in village, cola, we don't need to buy cola for person. Cigar, we don't need to touch cigar. We don't need to do anything. But my elder brother that is in that church, they haven't got married due to their character. So deeper life, anything deeper life member, I don't want them. Their life is so dangerous that they are evil. So let him keep away from politics. You don't want to fall in career. I love the church before, but due to in his speech, I've hate the church as much as stay going. So please, I don't have anything more than that to continue more than.
Okay, thank you so much, Emeka. You add your views. That's according to you. You say that he should, whatever you said. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call, and of course you send your WhatsApp message on 0700 903 903 9, or you go to YouTube VOP 903 FM, and of course you drop your comments. We are going to take it.
In the Bible, the prophets were criticizing the kings. In Niger, Elisha, and Isaiah, all of them were criticizing kings. When the king is not doing bad, when a king is doing bad, they criticize. But here in Nigeria, all of them, Peter, call.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Yeah, good evening. What's your name and location?
My name is Ijeoma. I'm calling from Igandu.
Funaya calling from Igandu. Please go ahead.
I just want to ask, when can we get it right in this country? Why
Very soon we'll get it right in Nigeria.
very
Yeah.
I hope that very I don't know the one all these pastors, they are just between us. All of them they have prophesied in the election. Now they want to start with this. Instead of 6 years.
Thank you so much. Although we're actually struggling to hear you, but you asked the question when are we going to get it right in Nigeria, and I told you that very soon we are truly going to get it right. Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good evening. Please, I beg you, if you call us, do well to turn down the volume on your radio, because if it comes with this callback, I will have no other option than to cut you off. Please, whoever that called, please do well to call us back and turn down the volume on your radio to avoid the callback. Thank you. Hello, good evening. Okay, please do well to call back again. 0700 903 903 903. We have messages here on WhatsApp, and okay, let me take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and location? Sorry, I didn't get your name. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what's your name and location?
Zachariah from Lagos, Mapoluku.
Zachariah, right? Okay, please go ahead.
Why the only one kid has this kind of question mark, and he went what? Go back one. So that question is you ask a man the question. The question I'm asking. One man's educated age question mark. Everything about the question mark up to signature. Well, only God is able to this country. I don't know where we are going. May God bless us.
Thank you so much. God bless us.
I have my boot.
Thank you so much for calling. I think we're struggling to get what you were saying. I don't know if the network is actually a bit bad this evening, but we'll keep on bringing in your calls. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. What's your name and location?
I am Remu speaking from Solo.
You're who?
I just want Remu speaking from Solo.
Remu from Isolo. Please go ahead.
Yes. I just want to comment on Pastor Kumuyi's statement. He's just using the word of God, the Bible, that says that we should pray for anyone in government. Either the person is evil or the person is good. We should pray for them. That does not mean that he's supporting anybody. So he's just using the injunction to say that is a person that cannot focus to have for now. But it can change. And that does not mean that he is the one but we should pray for him. That Lord can use him. And Lord can use him in another form even to find his way outside. But at the same time, do you know that one of you come and just tell that things will be better in Nigeria? You cannot continue to say things will not be better. For me, things will be better in Nigeria. And that Lord can use President Tinubu. That Lord can use you also. So there is nobody that Allah cannot change his mind. So that is what he meant. Please, for somebody now to criticize and speak all sorts of language to the man of God, it is not welcome. Please.
Thank you so much. I actually wanted to ask you a question. I wanted to pick a statement from what he said, but I thought otherwise of it. Thank you so much for calling. So you know, if you look at the statement, he actually commented on the cabinet, especially the ministers he selected. You know, and we all saw that most of these
there were misfits. There were misfits. What are the antecedents? What are the antecedents? So he just trying to romance with Tinubu. The ministers are below average. All the ministers, they were below average. Understand? As I said, Elijah was criticizing the kings during his own time. Isaiah was doing that. All the prophets were criticizing government when they are not doing good. And the truth is that the bad economy in Nigeria is favoring the pastors. The bad economy in Nigeria is favoring these pastors. They know that if our economy improves, the number of people going to church will reduce, as it happened in Europe. So the bad economy is favoring them. That's why everybody is trooping to church. If the economy improves, the number of people going to church will reduce by 50%.
Please, let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, my brother.
Good evening. What's your name and location?
Yeah, I'm going to look at the call from Atiku.
Okay. Nemeka from Ejibo. Please go ahead.
The first of all, I'm apologizing about what I said the last 2 weeks on your program. So using a word which is not media friendly about so good on the last week, you know. I'm very, very sorry to use this word on your station, please, on your platform, I need to say. My greetings to Peter Medike.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I've been very, very sorry. You know, whenever you get upset about what is happening in the country, you will not know when you use anyhow like this or that. We're supposed to know too well what to do. And you know when you forget to do what is right, that is where kids talk to them anyhow. Not about their kids anymore. You know, they are pushing up too much. But come to the topic of the day. My topic goes to the two sides. I am telling you, man of God, Pastor Kumi, for too long we have the prestige in Nigeria. If you know those prestige, the way Yakubu, chairman and Festus Okoye, they themselves to priceless price in the world. People now, if you two people of the price now, nobody will buy them. Kumi, no go sell his own in a street platform, because this is a street platform where you don't collect anything. That's the way they give us appeal to give it to what God said to come and do for Nigeria. I am saying, God will know in this Africa, especially Nigeria, and eastern part of Nigeria where I come from. That God never support people. That God never support corruption. That God never support illegality. He never support the peace. That God never support anything that brings insecurity in the country, killing the innocent souls of Nigeria. That God will know never support it. The God will know the right of God that supports this person. If that is not good, that is social population. This is 63 years old now, Nigeria, 63 years old. All the things you see in around us in West Africa, because we Nigeria fail to get it right. Let's be honest. Because all those one countries, they are looking at us. We sign agreements with them. That there will be nothing like you anymore in this West Africa, in Africa at large. But what are we giving to ourselves here in the country? What are we giving to ourselves as a country? Are we practicing a true democracy? Democracy that is the people of the country that don't have any say. Some group of people, they are themselves are guiding to a great nation like this. Sometimes I become annoyed about these educated ones. I think to myself, well, this education is related to Western world. And here in Africa, especially in Nigeria, my country, education becomes a curse to us, no problem. But I'm telling the educated ones, if you don't time they stay in school, acquiring knowledge, to come and develop this sector, we will only be to the few people that they don't know their left and right. This one apart, let's be honest. Let's go to each other, and our house is particularly issue. Nothing to write home about that. If we are still we I know I can if I want to be a medical doctor today, I'll go to Oluwale and get doctor.
Thank you so much,
What we
Nemeka.
do, we condemn image of so if you want to condemn, if anybody that comes through that way must be condemned, let's be honest to each other. If you want to give a different society for all coming generations,
thank you.
God bless you people.
Thank you so much, Nemeka. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
My name is Chooks. I'm calling. Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Well done. My name is Chooks. I'm calling from UK.
Okay, Chooks, please go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to talk about what Pastor Kumuyi said. You know, I think it's a really. I don't know, Nigeria, when the foreign, I mean, India just landed a spacecraft on the south side of the moon, on the south pole of the moon. So when the colonial masters came, Nigeria rather took religion and didn't take any other thing. But many other countries like India, they instead did not take the culture of the British. What they took was the science, medicine. That's what they took. And so that's basically what's happening in Nigeria. That's why the pastor cannot speak out against injustice. That's my question. You, as a minister of God, are you not supposed to speak against injustice, against wickedness? Isn't that your responsibility? But instead, what you are telling the people is forget about the past. Good times will come. This is because there are good times for you here. You know, this same man said the same thing during Buhari's tenure, that God will give Buhari the idea of how to solve Nigeria's problem. So we should start asking all these messages, these romantic messages that he tells Nigerians and tells his followers. Is it from God that he hears it, or is it wishful thinking? Because one of the mistakes we Nigerians make is we start equating these pastors to the times of Elijah. These men are not they are not like the prophets of old, you know, where we say, oh, they heard from God. That what that man was saying there is wishful thinking. Unfortunately, many of his followers will come out and they'll start thinking that is what God is saying. That's not what God is saying, because a country cannot survive where there is injustice and wickedness. The same pastors cannot speak out against the killings that happen in the north. These same pastors, there will be killings in the north. They won't speak out against it. They keep quiet about it because they are eating fat, because it's not affecting their pulses. That's the reason why they are doing that. And it's a big shame, and it's a big letdown, you know, in the whole of Nigeria. Regarding Tinubu and his certificate, well, there's a limit to how far a lie can go. That is the truth. And unfortunately, it is just Nigeria we are making a shame of ourselves, you know, in the whole world. You have Nigerians like Okonjo-Iweala, the leader of WTO, Femi, what is his name? This man that is leader of
AFDP.
AFDP. Look at Nigerians in prestigious places, and then we are flirting with somebody that we all know. We all know that this person is illegitimate, and so what? How would the international community regard you? They are just looking at these people. These people don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. They are not ready to do what's right. You have people across the world. There's a Nigerian girl, Kemi Badenoch. She's a leading member in the UK Parliament. You know, she's a minister. That is a Nigerian. But we are romanticizing with somebody that we all know. It's clear. Then the pastor will come and tell you, don't worry. This is why Nigeria is not going forward. That is the reason. Because these same ministers will come and tell people, don't worry. Because they know that when the truth comes out, all these their fat checks and private jets will end. That is the truth. Because many of the things people go to pray for in Nigeria is what the government is supposed to provide. You don't have electricity. When you don't have electricity, the chances of getting jobs are very low. So you will go to church and pastor will tell you, you need to pray. You need to pray. In the Western world, you don't need to pray to get a job. All you need to do is work hard, get your papers, be ready for job, and you get a job. But in Nigeria, it has to be a prayer point. You have to know somebody. And the truth is that these pastors have seen their powers grow, and so they are trying to protect it. They don't care about Nigeria. They don't care. Let us just face the truth about Tinubu. There's a limit to where a life can go, and very soon it will get to that limit, and it will not be able to go any further. Hopefully, Nigeria, the citizens of Nigeria, take the country back. That is the truth. We need to take our country back. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chus. That was a quite elaborate one there. Thank you so much for calling. 0700 903 903 903 for call, and of course 0700 903 9039 for your WhatsApp call. Let's take this. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Your live on, please. What's your name and location?
Okay, this is Engineer Felix calling from Surulere.
Sunday from Surulere, please go ahead.
Felix, not Sunday, Felix.
Okay, Felix, please go ahead.
Okay, I want to make a special greeting to everyone and our brother Anosike and VOP. But I want to say my own mind on the discussion of this country. I don't think pastor and churches are a problem of this country. We have government. Brother Nosikeda is also a pastor, pastoring us through this radio, pastoring the family. It's never a church program to stand up against government. And you know what government will do. So it is me and you, me, you, him, that are problem of this country. Let's remove religion in the discussions, because it doesn't go well. Each time program comes like this, we mention church. How many people are mentioning mosque? Let's remove religion. Let's talk to ourselves. We are the problem. How do we fix this problem we have? That is what we should go to. Not saying pastor is receiving fat check. People will not. I have money, I go to church. I have houses,
Hello? 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 Please do well to call us back so that we will get exactly where you're going to, because I actually wanted to throw a question to you, but assuming you completed your take, I would have thrown that question at you. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call, and of course 0700 903 9039 is the number to send your WhatsApp messages. And of course I have a whole lot of messages here trooping in both on WhatsApp and on YouTube. Okay, I think it's time to start taking some messages. Okay, let me take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, name and location.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
This is Dennis on the line.
Dennis, from where? Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Ejibo.
Dennis from Ejibo, please go ahead.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay. My greeting to your colleague there, Mr. Anosike.
He can hear you loud and clear.
My little contribution that I want to contribute in this program is that, the Nigeria, as it is now, we are suffering. You understand? But the main part is this. Yeah, in the scripture, we have a lot of prophets, like Prophet Elijah and the rest of them, and they speak against it. Why God anointed the Prophet Elijah and the rest of them is that if you see that something is going it's not going the way it is in a country like this. You have to rise up and speak against evil. You understand? Or if you see that the leaders are not doing the right thing as they are operating the poor. You have to stand and speak and caution the leaders. That is using a man of God, but for instance, and concerning what Kumuyi said. So if you know that you cannot the truth, if you know that you cannot speak against evil, the evil that they are doing, then you better concentrate and for the word of God. Don't even interfere. You understand? Because many people are going a lot of hardship. You understand? Then all those pastors, many of them they have their property like private jet and less of them. So now the last time, even before the election, that is how General Pastor of Niger said that Tinubu is Abraham of Nigeria. Then how? Okay, now if he goes through what Abraham. The person. Okay, now imagine Tinubu being Abraham of Nigeria. If that's correct. Did you know what the Abraham passed through, or how independent? What's the commitment that he has with God. So if you know that you don't know what to say,
thank you.
Better concentrate on the word of God.
Thank you. Yeah, we got you clearly. Hello. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You are doing well.
Thank you so much. Yeah. 0700 903 903 903 and 0700 903 9039. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and of course the program is Recap, where we bring you a summary of all that happened in the polity within the week. My name is Dozier Ono, and of course I have Peter Anosike with me. Now let's go to the messages. Good evening, Dozier and Mr. Anosike. You are doing a great. Okay, thank you so much. The Naira is still struggling against the dollar. In January this year, the CBN injected $15.3 billion to stabilize the Naira. Last week, NNPCL borrowed $3 billion to stabilize the same Naira. Whereas with $6 billion, Nigeria can get a brand new refinery. Dangote spent $19 billion to build his refinery, but the federal government has wasted $18.3 billion just this year alone in a wide goose chase to stabilize the Naira. You can see how the government is wasting our resources. $18.3 billion could have built us 3 refineries. How long will they continue wasting our resources? Matthew from Ojo Alaba. Thank you so much, Matthew, for that one. Let's take this call before we go back to the messages. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Welcome to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. What's your name and location?
Mr. Peter, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Nice job you are doing. But on Sunday, I'm calling from Surulere.
Your name is what?
But on Sunday.
Sunday from Surulere. Please go ahead.
Yes, from Surulere. Now, I'm calling from Surulere, and I'm just feeling, but I didn't follow up. But based on what people have contributed already, let me start from there. Where I want to pick it up is from our daddy in the Lord. Yes. I don't know what people have said over it. Now, if you see, under President Muhammad Buhari regime, our daddy in the Lord went to Abuja severally. Sometimes he had an indoor meeting with the president then. They never come out to tell the president that, this thing that they are doing is wrong. Now again, He hosted the jail, sometimes crusade in Abuja, after all villa there. But my problem is this. What is so difficult for our prophets and our deacons and our daddy in the Lord and our pastors and our men of God in Nigeria here to come out openly and tell you that you are getting it wrong. You are getting it wrong. I don't know if this is what I'm saying now. I'm sorry. But it seems that the corruption has also eaten the pastors. The corruption has also eaten the pastors. Please, jump up and praise the Lord. Is it for the cripple? Somebody that has not eaten, you are telling him to pray for the country. Somebody who is hungry, you are telling him to keep on praying for country and Nigeria will get. Why can't you say the president, or God, you are not getting it right? A bag of rice over 70,000 plus or thereabouts. Now, and the pastor is telling us to pray for Nigeria, pray for Mr. President, things will get better. Well, I don't blame him because he's not buying anything with his own money. Anything he needs, the congregation will contribute it for him. So that is how I feel for his own time. Because why? If you read this particular scripture very well, understand it very well, you understand with me and you agree with me that the prophet at the time, whenever the king or the ruler at that time is not doing well, they will tell him to his face, okay, you're not getting it right. Samuel was one of, and the spirit of the Lord was left from Saul. Yes, even when David was not getting it right again, Esther summoned courage and went to him. Even Jonathan also summoned courage and went for him and told him, why can't our so-called prophets and prophetesses and pastors and GOs come out open and tell me, you are not getting that. One of the very mostly is imagine a Reverend Father Mbaka congratulating the president after his announcement of the being defender of Nigeria. When he was announced as president of Nigeria, Mbaka congratulated him and pleaded for him to release Nnamdi Kanu. You are congratulating somebody that entered this or that has assumed the office through the window. Yeah? You are congratulating somebody as in the minority is the one that won the election legitimately. And the same Mbaka have not said anything. Why haven't any prophet come out and tell us what is happening in the killing that is going on in Nigeria? Why haven't anyone of them condemned this?
Okay.
Yesterday I was crying because why? Because my own blood brother was shot. But among those that they were burying that yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is quite a sad one there. My condolences to you and your family, and that is a really, really sad one there. 0700 903 903 903 for your calls, and 0700 903 9039 for your messages on WhatsApp. You heard what he said, the final statement he made.
I heard that, but as I said before, what is happening in the country now once happened in Europe. When their leaders were not getting it right, they were trooping to church, thinking that that's where their problem is. But they don't know that they were not having spiritual problem. What they have is physical problem. And in Nigeria, everybody's trooping to church, thinking that our problem is spiritual. Our problem is never spiritual. You don't need to pray to have good road. You don't need to pray to have electricity. You don't need to pray for the refineries to work. But the pastors are benefiting from the bad economy. They are benefiting from the poverty in the country. That's why people are trooping to church. If you are one of, you wouldn't be going there every day. Understand? So they are benefiting. That's why they will not criticize those in power. That is why they will not tell those in power the truth, that they are not doing well, that they should improve, that they should change. Understand? Then God God will build Nigeria through Buhari. God will build Nigeria through Babangida. God will build Nigeria through Tinubu. The same Kumuyi. That's psychophancy.
Okay, let's proceed with the messages. We have a lot of messages here. Good evening, Mr. Host. My name is Nemeka from Ejibo. Okay, please help me tell him that what we need in this country is factories, not churches. Chinese man told me that our elders use prayers to make us lazy. They teach us to pray always. The problem of this country is not prayers, but the leaders that refuse not to do the right thing at the right time. Tell the man of God that we need factories, not churches. Thanks. Okay, thank you so much, Nemeka from Ejibo, for that one. We have this here coming from Dayo from Faba, quite lengthy. Good evening, crew. If the foundation that brought you into power is not credible, you cannot be credible. From these 40 policies to actions doesn't show he has the capacity. As for the ministers, it's just loyalty, na cash and carry. Okay, objection, na mortuary. Wow. Okay, everybody get agenda with machinery enterprise, putting round pegs in square holes. How will this kind of people with corrupt, questionable characters offer Nigeria? All this is political patronage. Also, he said he will continue in Buhari's legacy. There is a saying, blessed is he that do not expect, for they shall not be disappointed. They have made us a world's laughing stock. Very unfortunate. All eyes on the judiciary. When are they giving the judgments? Dayo from Faba. According to you, Dayo, but for the day of the judgment, you asked the question. We'll be expecting that. You'll be expecting that from us soon. Good evening, crew. Okay, same Dayo. You can win election by propaganda and eye service, deception and falsehood and backdoor formula, but you can't govern by this. This is what you're okay. Okay, the president is doing. His party people call him strategist, but a strategist think before they act. From these wrong policies, more than 800 dead. His eye service on Niger's coup, and now his certificate issue. That is why they can't come for debate to be interrogated by journalists. Don't be surprised if he doesn't come for interviews. With all these, with all this is to tell you he has nothing to, They have crippled all institutions in Nigeria. They have put us in this hot water. It's unfortunate that the worst of us, is really the best of all. That is coming from, you said it's a shame. Dayo from Faba. Thank you so much, Dayo, for that. This one says, Peter, how many times did I call you? Okay, this evil APC will come after you. They will rebrand Nigeria, but can't rebrand Tinubu. According to you, some truth is better left untold. Aloy CN Esquire. Okay, please, Kumuyi is just reacting to the Bible that says we should pray for those in authority. Mr. Nosike, he said, Mr. Nosike, you are wrong. Many faithful believers are affected. I wonder how long we'll keep praying for those in authority, while we allow them to do things the way they like, because I believe there is need to, to hold them accountable when something goes wrong. Just like Anosike said, even in the Bible, when they go wrong, the prophets of old always come to them and hold them accountable and tell them to their face that what you've done is wrong. So praying for those in position of authority, we've been doing that ever since I was little. We've been praying for our leaders, and we don't see the country making any headway. So I don't know how long we'll keep doing that. This message says, hi, when there was an error in one of my documents, there was a mistake in my name, personal number. So what I did was to write, since I'm not in Lagos, since I'm in Lagos and I took the exam at Benin City, it was corrected and sent to me. Till today, I always attach the corrected copy to the uncorrected one. Nenna from Yaba. Thank you so much, Nenna, for that one. We have a lot of people have been calling, but I really feel the need to touch some of these messages so that they don't, there are so many of them here. 0700 903 903 903 for your call, 0700 903 9039 for your WhatsApp messages. This one says, wow, this is lengthy. JAMB is there chasing little girl for result forgery, but our president is ruling Nigeria with a lot of issues concerning his academic qualifications. age and ways and means he got into leadership. Concerning Pastor Kumuyi, he is a good man of God whom I'm proud of, okay? But for Pastor Kumuyi to speak in support of this kind of man who entered into leadership the way he entered, I don't support it. For your guest who is condemning Pastor Kumuyi because of what he said and also saying that the members of his church are frowning when they are coming out of church, he should please say what he knows. Okay, I guess he's saying what he knows, because if he doesn't, he wouldn't be saying it in a national radio. Okay, he knows about, because I'm always happy. I'm always a happy person whenever I hear him preaching. Mind you, Pastor Kumuyi is not a political pastor. Well, whatever thing my guest said, he never generalized it, and I believe if he's not. Good evening. Oh, we lost that. Please do where to call us back. You heard what the last message. Okay, let me take this call first. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, brother.
Good evening. What's your name and location?
Yeah, my name is Paul.
Paul.
Yes, from Adegule side.
Apostle Paul, right?
Yeah, Mr. Paul.
Okay.
How's everything for us?
Everything is fine,
So
please.
I so love this program that your station is doing.
Thank you.
I always follow you from time to time.
Thank you.
Today I tried to get you for the first time.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah, blessed already. I wish each and every one of you who is working in this station a best from God and protection of God always.
Amen.
God Christ our Lord.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, because you will always be facing a lot of trials, spiritual, physically. But God will always fight for your battles and win for you, all of you. Both those that you invite for telling us about Nigerians. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So my contribution to this is this. In general, in Nigeria, is that let me tell you nothing but the truth. Including you people that are in that stations, and including everybody in Nigeria, majority are prophets, and they believe in what God has already established from creation. So anybody that are pastor, like Pastor Kumuyi was saying, that this and that, anybody that is a pastor, I told them in my own church, you people that are leaders of churches in different ways, pastors in California, in the other churches, if you people raise up your voice and raise up your and kneel down and open your tongue and say, God, we want you to manifest in this country. Since this country has been going wrong and going the way the people of Nigeria has never expected, God will not let you people down for even under 1 month. Even during the time of protest of election, running the election or campaigning, God will certainly give you the leader who will correct this country in Nigeria. Very little. I don't want to go round, whether certificate of the new president or not. No. But I gather all together to say it one. What I want to say is that the person that comes in now is not God's chosen person. And that is why the people of Nigeria generally are reacting today. It has been long we have been getting leader that is not for Nigeria. It has been long. But Nigerians still quiet, thinking that prayer or pastors can say, be patient, let us pray for them. And we continue to pray for them. But today, it's not a matter of each of prayer. After you pray, it's just as somebody who is in the university or in secondary school. You pray, your parents pray for you, say it's going to be well for you, your exam, you are going to succeed in it. And it doesn't go out yourself to manifest and to ask for you to pass that exam. And you continue deceiving yourself, going to school, coming back without showing action, showing that you are interested in passing this exam. This is what Nigeria has been suffering for years. Now it is time for God to say, if even it is a newborn child that raises up his voice now, say, I'm going to Aso Rock, I'm going to also play my mandate and claim the right person, for God to give us the right person. God will definitely answer that person. Let us forget about other things that are going around. But Nigeria's eyes is on this judiciary, what a result. And before ever everybody is saying about it, the Nigerians and the judiciary themselves, these 5 men in judiciary, we know that Nigerians generally have cried out to receive their mandate.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Good evening, Dozie and Peter Nosike. Your pastors of Nigeria are now playing politics. Anybody that wake up and he will say that God, that God did this, God did that. I guess that's what you're trying to say here. Mbaka told us that Buhari is a Messiah, but see where Buhari left us. Please let the pastors focus on God's work, not politics. Okay, thank you so much. You didn't include your name here. A caller was saying that we should leave religion out of it, that he has money and houses and still go to church, but he forgot to understand that we are so religious in this country, and whatever the so-called men of God say is always taken seriously by their followers. Monje from Ebeda. Thank you so much, Monje, for that message. Okay, good evening, crew. Civilized countries, in civilized countries, leaders think before they act. Okay, I think I've taken this before. Good evening, crew. I think I've taken this. Thank you so much. Dozie and Anosike, go and read from the book of Exodus how the Lord sent Moses to Pharaoh. See how many times the Lord appeared to Pharaoh, but did not allow the children of Israel to go. Okay, how many times the Lord appeared to Pharaoh, but Pharaoh did not allow the children of Israel to go. I think that's what he's trying to say. So our situation is like that. Okay, thank you so much. Hello, good evening. Oh, we lost that. Please do well to call us back on 0700 903 903 903, or you send your message on WhatsApp 0700 903 9039. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and location?
Joe from Bariga.
Joe, calling from Bariga. Please go ahead, Joe.
Mr. Anosike, good evening. And Mr. Anna also.
Good evening.
I want to ask questions, please, about the tribunal result. When are they going to give us the result of the tribunal? Please. Mr. Anosike, can you answer me?
They have not decided. Before they do, it will be announced. They have not given a date.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I'm very grateful, sir. I don't have much to say.
Okay. Thank you so much, Joe, for calling.
Thank you.
Okay, we also have this one from YouTube. Say God bless you, Mr. Anosike, coming from Kano Chimobi. Alex Nwokoji says, every true man of God must stand up against evil. To God be the glory. Amen. Wow, that's a wonderful one there from you, Alex Nwokoji. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. What's your name and location?
My name is Jacob.
Jacob.
I'm from Ikotu.
Jacob calling from Ikotu. How is Ikotu this evening?
Thank God.
Okay, please go ahead.
I just want to add to that previous issue.
Okay.
You see, when Jesus Christ left the earth, he appointed 12 disciples, and one of them died. But the only person using getting the one that died back to the disciples. Now, these are people, if I use the word religion, please forgive me, they avoid that area. When Peter said they should go and sell all their property and come back, one of them disappointed. They did not pray for them. They swear, and the man died instantly. What is happening in Nigeria is a common, something that they know, but they avoid that aspect. Our commonwealth is being squandered anyhow. And he said they should come and pray for them. Is that how the disciples pray for Ananias that wanted to do? I ask. They swear for it. And he died instantly. The so-called the apostles, they should do the same thing.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Okay, Golden Obadi. Please, I'm not going to read this your message, but I'm going to say something. Please, Nigeria is going to get better. Okay, yeah, you saying this. We hope and we are working towards having a functional Nigeria very, very, very soon. Thank you so much for the message. Anyways, hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and location?
Oh, my name is Mr. Kingsley. I'm calling from Ijeoma.
Kingsley from Ijeoma. Please, you have 30 seconds to talk to us, please.
Okay, yeah. Concerning what Pastor Kumuyi said that Nigeria should pray for the leaders, he's right. Yeah, we are to pray for the leaders. But what kind of prayer are we meant to pray for the leaders? If they are doing good, we pray good for them. If they are doing bad, let's pray them for them to die before their time.
Oh my gosh! Please. We can't take that, please. You have to. Okay, I think he's gone. He's gone. Okay. 0700 903 903 903 for your call. 0700 903 9039 for your WhatsApp message. We have barely 2 minutes to round up the program. Good. God bless you, Peter Nosike. Please let him be security conscious, because this country doesn't like fruitful people. Okay, like him. Still Monje from Egbeda. Thank you so much, Monje. Okay, this is so lengthy. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening. Oh, we lost that. Okay, should I take this message? Okay, Mr. Nosike has said my mind. This palliatives is a lazy approach of government to solve the economic hardship they have put Nigerians into. Okay, this is Amajiri refugees approach of governance. The perception is more or less vote buying to win the people over, considering the election case in court, a situation where we need security, agriculture, electricity, road improvement, refinery, etc. This is a schoolboy approach to governance. It's a shame they have made us a world's laughing stock. It's very unfortunate. This is the government of okay. I won't read this. It's a shame. All eyes on the judiciary. If they don't get it right, we are in hot water. Still from Dayo from Faba. Final call for the day. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Patrick from Mafoluku.
Patrick from Mafoluku. You have just 30 seconds to talk to us, please.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. I can hear you.
Men of God, I respect them a lot.
Okay.
The thing is that, many of them, they are living exactly what we should do. And they are trying to do it the other way. What we expect government to do for us, they can do it even more better. The only thing we need from them is to encourage us. We pay them attention than we pay the government whom we have not even seen their face. You see, we look on their face to the extent that we tend to worship them. And some of them do tell us, don't try it, don't worship us. What brought about that?
Thank you.
Because of what God used them to do.
Thank you, please. Our time, please. Just round up. Just round up. 10 seconds, please. Just round up.
Let them encourage us on how to contribute money among ourselves to raise various industries. We will do it, and we will gain all that we want to gain from government, and they can even buy private jets through that one. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Patrick from Mafoluku. Thank you for reaching out to us. And of course, this is the size of our program for today. Mr. Anosike, what's your parting word?
Well, my parting was, I will be the happiest man any day. Factories begin to take over church spaces.
Okay, I join my voice to yours saying amen to that. We see it coming and returning to Nigeria very soon. Thank you so much for everyone that actually participated, those that listened, those that called, and those that sent us messages. I appreciate every one of you. Of course, coming up by 6 p.m. Just in a few minutes time is World News at 6 with Ijeoma Innocent. So thank you so much for being a part of the program. My name is Dozie Onoha. Please remember, voice of the people. We are here to give you a voice. Good evening.